Hello, humans. My name is Will, and today I want to talk to you guys about something rather otherworldly, if you want to call it that. Now, the other day, I was going to Walmart, and I very rarely visit Walmart. And I was walking through the snack food aisle, and right there on the shelf was this big red canister of potato chips. And it just caught my attention, and as a matter of fact, it was this one right here, and I just had to talk about this. This is how amazing this product is. At least how amazing I think it is. And I thought, it'd be pretty cool to make a video talking about how they taste. It's only because they look so cool on the outside. So this is what we're going to talk about today. Oh, and there was this one next to it too. I went ahead and bought it anyways. Uh, Now, the reason that I bought it is solely price based, but also because it looked pretty interesting. But we're gonna talk about pricing later. So, what exactly is it that we have here today? Well, first I'm gonna start with the more interesting one. So, what this is, now Lay's has their own brand of seems to be Pringle related snacks. It's like a competitor to Pringles. So what these are is it's the whole Staxs potato chip thing. Technically, they're called crisps, but I'm gonna call them chips. Okay, it's only because I want to. And these are fairly interesting. I don't know if you can see it there. It's got that little face, like right here. I believe I've seen that logo somewhere else, but I can't recall it. But this is the K Rico Flamas Mas Caliente flavor. I believe Flamas means flames in English, and these look very red and fairly interesting. So maybe it's some sort of new line of flavors they're trying out, maybe doing like a collab with this particular brand, who knows. And then the other ones, these, I believe now since Frito Lay owns the rights to the extra Flamin' Hot flavor, I guess they went ahead and brought it to the Staxs. So lots of times we'll see this flavor, I think it started with Cheetos. And then in some places you'll see them on like Fritos and like the little munchie snacks and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and taste them both and tell you what they taste like, solely for curiosity. So I'm gonna start with these. These look cool. So alright, let's see. The one thing that does get on my nerves a lot when trying to eat stuff like this is trying to reach your hand in there. It's always a real pain. And usually I like to eat a bunch at a time instead of just one at a time. I mean, be honest, everybody eats a bunch at a time, so here we go. Oh god. I'm gonna have a little bit more. They're actually pretty good. Okay. Then I'll go ahead and try a handful of these. Now that they're here, maybe we can do a nice side-by-side comparison of them both, since they're both pretty similar. But we're gonna see. Okay, I'm just gonna try just one more. I did end up eating a few one at a time because they were kind of hard to reach in there. Somebody had been eating those before I reviewed them, but somebody wasn't me. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna start describing the K Rico flavor. So now, I think I'm going to start with the texture of the potato chip in general. Well, lots of times, well, I'm going to start off by saying that these right here are very reminiscent of like Mexican kettle chips. If you've ever had those before, like a lot of brands based in Mexico make pretty interesting chips of, or I mean, flavors of kettle chips. And one of the ones that I've tried is like things like pepper with lime. These taste a lot like that actually, but the only difference is that they're shaped in a nice little Pringle wave thingy, whatever you want to call it. Oh, they're kind of spicy. I'm not. I don't really like too many spicy things, but I eat them anyways because I don't know, man. It's bad for me, but I eat them anyways. So they taste a lot like that, but just that the texture is very different. I feel that they're not. They feel a lot more. They feel less brittle than regular Pringles or potato chips. They're a little tougher, so it takes a little more force to chew on, but it's noticeable. It's just not like they're rock solid or anything. But you can noticeably feel that they're a lot stiffer than regular Pringles or potato chips. And it is pretty distinct from other potato chips, which is pretty nice. And now this is something that's shared with both of these flavors, since they were the same brand. You can expect that. And also, the sound that you make when you chew them, I think, is a bit more amplified, as if you were eating some other potato chip. So it's a little annoying. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, and hope to put you guys through that suffering as well. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, um, now I would like to wrap up talking about this flavor with that it has a very strong hint of lime. Definitely taste a lot of savory lime in there, and there's like a chili powder seasoning on it. I think it's very well balanced. And as for the spice, it's most definitely very noticeable. The way that I see things that are spicy, I just feel like they're all painful. Like they just taste painful if you understand what I'm saying. This one, it's pretty modest. Like it's there, but when you eat a couple, you can definitely feel that they're relatively spicy, but not ridiculously spicy. I'm pretty sure you're gonna need some milk after eating quite a few of these. Um, but just a nice limey taste mixed with a pretty like a cayenne chili kind of flavor in there. And then a very strong potato flavor. That yeah, you can say that potato flavor is it's made from a potato, so you know. But with this one, what I'm trying to explain is that it's a very strong potato flavor, like a very strong potato flavor, and it kind of mixes kind of well with the seasoning on the chip itself. And as for the extra flamin' hot variety, it does indeed taste like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but with a few differences. Usually, Cheetos are made out of like cornmeal and they're fried, so mostly what you taste is the seasoning and some of that. But with this, when you throw in that strong potato flavor, which is shared between these two, this one still has that very bold potato flavor, and then you add the extra flaming hot seasoning on it. Um, I want to say that it tastes a little sweeter than like if you were eating flaming hot Cheetos. Just a tad sweeter, kind of like a barbecue sauce, sweet, but mixed in with that seasoning. It's kind of odd. It does taste a little off from the real thing, so it's kind of different. Um, they most certainly are more spicy than the K Rico colorway here. Um, after eating a few, I was already tearing up a little bit because I'm a wimp, but they're definitely much higher. The essence of spiciness in that one is definitely more pain based. I don't know, man. That's the only way I can describe it. It definitely tastes a bit more painful than the other one. But they both share the same exact texture and the same potato flavor. Just that the seasoning differs on each one. But they're both pretty enjoyable. Now, the average person, okay, will sit down and eat this entire can, and I can definitely hinder your experience. But if you're like me, you just eat a couple, casually every now and then when you have cravings. So that's fine. It's not gonna be overly spicy that you'll be crying or something. But if you eat the whole thing, yeah, you're gonna cry a little bit. Now, the main reason that I decided to eat like with canned chips like this, I like to eat a few at a time. It's only because it's good for your health, and I don't want to ingest that many servings all at once. So it's the better. Now, what I'm going to talk about now um, is I want to rate these. So when I review anything, well, I guess I feel like I want to do a whole bunch of stuff on this channel. But when I do, I guess, food review of some kind, maybe more snack based. I really like snack foods. I think we'll do it an out of 10 scale rating. Just because I feel like there's a lot of flexibility with that. So, for rating, I think I'm gonna start with the K-Rico once again, due to its really cool color. But I think that I'll give it a pretty solid 7 out of 10. Solely because I feel that it tastes pretty pleasant, just as the only thing I don't like about it is that, I don't know, I kind of feel like the potato taste is a little overbearing. I wanted to taste a bit more of the lime and the chili flavor. It's just that once you start chewing the thing, when it all mixes in your mouth, it's just mostly the potato flavor. But it's fine. But I think they deserve a 7 for that. And the portion size is pretty generous. It's average of a snack like this. And for the extra hot, or for the extra flaming hot, I think I'll give that also a 7 out of 10. Solely because it doesn't taste exactly like flaming hot Cheetos, which would have been really nice. But it's still very enjoyable, even though it tastes a little off. And once again, the potato flavor is very, very in there. It's a little overbearing, and I feel that it could have been minimized a bit, maybe with a little more seasoning, to give it more of a kick. I felt like that would have been great. But in conclusion, I feel like those are fair ratings for these. Now, the other thing that led to the, I guess you would say, higher rating for these is the price. Um, at Walmart, both of these were $1, which is great. It's a decent portion. It's a pretty workable price, and you spend $2 on it. So that's another reason why they get the rating that they do. So now, I'm not entirely sure um, if I should stick to just reviewing all kinds of foods. I kind of really like all the restaurants, but I think I really enjoy snack food, so that's something that I would enjoy talking about. Solely because I don't know, man, it's just cool. Um, you know, perhaps I might make similar videos to this in the future just for fun. Really, the only reason I'm doing this is for fun, solely because I really enjoy it. And with that final thought, I believe we can conclude this snack food review. So now, if you've watched this until the end, congratulations. You've endured through a lot. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll try to post whenever I can, just for fun, whatever random thing comes through my mind. But I hope you guys enjoyed.